With the new anime going back through time and having Ash rekindle some adventures in past areas, let's rekindle one of my old-time classic videos and look at the 10 reasons Ash and Serena will date in the hopeful chance they end up being together in Ash's new journey. This new anime series makes it round 2 for Ash and Serena. This is no longer about should they date. This is about the reasons they will date, which means now we'll be having to go through this whole series of top 10 shipping videos and go through every single one to create new will dates instead of just should. Whoa, no, okay, never mind, I did not mean to write that down, that is not a commitment, I am not doing that. Yes. But to really bring in the blasting guns of reasoning here, we'll be talking about why they will date, but instead, it's Ash with Serena in her new form, with it being the top 10 reasons Ash and Serena, with short hair, will date. Ash X Serena ship, Amourshipping, Pokemon X and Y anime ending, Ash girlfriend, Ash Serena moments. Number 10. This may have been a reason in the last video, but if we're emphasizing why Ash will date Serena with short hair, we need to take into account how much of a change it is. She committed to the idea of looking completely different in anime. Who knows when that hair is going to get drawn back on her head? And even though she did it herself, that means sometime in her lifetime, she had to go out and actually pick a good spot while choosing someone with good artistic vision to do it at one point. Just to even know how to cut her own hair properly. That's a character trait to add on to your resume when applying for a date, because that means she had to go outside, map her route to get to the salon, much like mapping the route to get to someone's heart so there's even more experience there, and then having someone in close proximity work on her hair. We can't do that right now. She wasn't ahead of her time, she was ahead of our time. Number 9. If you notice something about Serena, it's that she's blonde. And you know what they say, blondes have more fun? None of Ash's other companions were blonde, and sometimes they'd break up the party and not have as much fun. Even though Serena in Serena version 1 and Serena version 2 are both blonde, she has less blonde hair in her shorter cut than her longer cut, meaning she knows both when to have fun and when to get serious. Can't do that when you've got longer strands of blonde hair. You never know when the fun is gonna stop and then the mania starts to happen. Having that shorter amount of lined up hair lets you know that she'll be able to bask in the fun of being with Ash at every step, but still keep him grounded when Ash starts yelling over the top jokes that are way too meta to have everyone relate to, and help him grasp that maybe everyone watching him would like him to get back on topic and start taking things like two people dating each other and ending up together seriously. That sure could be a possibility somewhere. Good thing she cut her hair. Number 8. You know, let's look at some statistics here to really drive the point home. We've got top 10 reasons Ash and Serena should date, and top 10 reasons Ash and Misty should date. While Misty does have more views, she only has 3,000 comments compared to Serena's 5,300. That's a higher ratio of people commenting in support of Serena over Misty, even with Serena getting less people watching. But sure, I can't go over all those comments and see how many are support or hating here. But then let's look at the likes. Almost 22,000 likes for 1 million less views than Misty, and only having 1,900 dislikes, while Misty gets 19.5 thousand likes and yet 2,500 dislikes for having more people watching her? Clearly that's Misty just getting out-ratioed by Serena in a landslide, and the fans of this ship coming in to support their boy Ash and his future wife Serena. Who knew likes and comments on a video would lead to a whole segment on support? Number 7. All I'm saying is the person who made fan art of Ash and Serena as a married couple with kids actively chose to use her with short hair instead of her with long hair, meaning that conscious choice was made thanks to this change in hairstyle. There's someone out there committed to this ship thinking Serena's gonna make sure to keep that look throughout her married years with Ash as they grow old together and constantly go for haircuts, cause who knows the speed at which Serena's hair can grow at. Maybe it'll be a weekly thing. They'll have a barber that knows them by name and just make sure that everything is intact, and not only will that be a family friend, it'll also be someone who keeps them together by stirring up conversation about how she should definitely keep her hair short, even though I personally think the longer hair look was better. But hey, I'm just saying these are reasons Ash will date her with short hair, and my opinion on the matter doesn't outweigh the stern hard facts being presented to us in this video. Number 6. This is the reason you've all been looking for, and that's because Ash is rerunning through all his old regions. That means Serena has a chance to come back. If it's not when he reaches X and Y, maybe it'll be when he plays through Ruby and Sapphire. She went to Hoenn, and it'll be even easier to spot her with him remembering that short-haired kiss. Surely this is a match made in heaven that'll be rekindled in the new anime, and the entire reason this series was rebooted. Number 5. She looks more like her mom. This isn't anything about whatever Ash's relationship to Serena's mom may be, it's more so that Serena is now in a closer position to being her mom, who is married. I mean, that's one foot in the door right there, with the guy who happens to be around all the time, and who she always hangs out with, who also witnesses her change in appearance. If she looks like her mom, maybe she will be married to the guy closest to her, just like her mom. She's even trying to be a Rhyhorn racer as well. I mean, what's the best decision to make when trying to become better at something? Be close to a professional. Her mom's married, that's pretty professional in regards to competitive dating. I don't really know if that counts entirely, as her relationship to whoever Serena's dad isn't really shown, so you're just gonna have to trust the idea that her mom picked out someone good, and Serena's aspirations to be like her mom in both hairstyles and career paths is what'll lead her to Ash's bonding. Number 4. She definitely had shorter hair as a kid, and that's when Ash and Serena met. With this not only being a great way for these two characters to meet for the first time and become childhood friends, she's also basking in the wonderful world of reinvigorating her childhood days with Ash when he was a wee little lad. Her hair as a kid is sort of a middle ground between her long hair and her short hair, but you have also got to have a much smaller head at that age, probably wins in closeness by default. Who's some serious armor shipper out there getting the measuring tape to figure out if these equations of love are correct? At the very least, she is rekindling those days and reminding Ash of the good times they had together, where she kept that handkerchief after all these years and were brought back together to be one. Number 3. You know, with short hair, she's close to getting to the length of Ash's hair. Yeah, she dressed up as Ash, and that could mean some real things about her being in his clothes, but truly that is a sign that she is getting closer to Ash. Maybe Ash will look at her in this new short-haired look and think, wow, she reminds me of myself. And that, well, I mean, Serena also competes with her biggest competition, Misty. She's got short hair too, but now Serena has 2 styles to work with to counter whichever one is better for her boy Ash Ketchum. You know, it's a good tactic to figure out what the competition is doing and see if it works for you. She didn't dye her hair orange, which is a much better sign than any of what I just said right now, because if she did that, that would be a little creepy and obsessive over Ash's past friends. At the very least, she's taking this humble look to new heights, with her own personalized style to not compare to any of Ash's past companions, and staying true to some point I was making in this. Number 2. She cuts her hair herself and starts wearing new clothes when she does it. That's good. That's halfway through a season where she does that. Ash doesn't change his clothes for a whole series. She can teach him some things. A little drastic though, losing her first showcase and jumping to the idea that she needs to completely overhaul her look right this second. Maybe should have put a little more time to think about that. Also, what were you doing with scissors in your backpack? But that's also someone who's willing to act immediately. That could be good. Ash never asks anyone out. That's the closest sign the shippers are gonna get, just because she went for the cut. Maybe that means she'll cut straight past the line of all his other companions and be the first one to say, we need to go out right now. Running out of milk. Number 1. She kissed him with short hair. Not only is this now a look she will forever have embedded into everyone's memory of what it looked like when she chose to kiss Ash, it was also a better decision for everyone. What if her longer hair went into Ash's mouth upon kissing, and as he's stunned while she goes down the escalator, he just stands there with this one long strand of hair on his lip and be kept frozen in this pose, waiting for her to go all the way down the escalator while it's itching. Imagine this scene of her going down with long hair and you see Ash move his arm up to scratch his lip. That'd be a less well-known scene. The shortage in her hair is also better for framing the camera. If she did have her long hair, that's a whole 25 minutes of extra animation needing to be done just to get every strand correctly in place and where it's not in the way of the shot, while making sure to have her hair properly flowing in the well air-conditioned room with the breeze probably going all over the place, what with the wind turbulence and the chill of leaving your friends. This not only lets us remember Serena in this look, but Ash as well, as you can even see him in Sun and Moon, holding the trophy, clearly thinking about Serena in that moment. The short hair also helps you properly see Ash's face after the kiss, to where it's not in the way of the shot and you can see that good amount of Ash Ketchum to really bring this whole ending home.